Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game, and this is going to be a kind of a special episode, maybe a new special series. I'm going to call it Dude, Fix My Base. So I have a Discord and get lots of people in there talking about Oxygen Not Included, and someone messaged me and said, his name was Juan. He asked me if I could help him with his base, so he sent me a save file, and here it is. And what I'm going to do is basically go through the base and try to fix it, because there's some issues. It's also a nice opportunity to kind of see other people's bases and kind of see what their setups are and how things are going. So if you have a base that you want help with, you can send it to me either on Discord, just send me a message, or you can email it to me at grindthisgame@gmail.com, and I'll try to do a video like this where I try to help you out and show you what might be wrong or what could where it could use some fixing. So I'm going to go through kind of the overlays, and first of all, I see stress is at 40 for one of the dupes, which isn't too bad. Humidity's fine, looks like food, there's quite a bit of food left. We got a bathroom problem here, restrooms out of order. Now we have a CO2 problem, and this is the main thing that he was worried about when he sent it to me. He's like, CO2 is taking over my base and there's not enough oxygen. So we'll kind of address that early on as well. Check the wiring. We got a lot of massage tables. Let's check the wiring here. We got potential power consumed 2.58 kilowatts on a 1 kilowatt wire. This will be a problem. It could overload. So there's that. Over here we've got 370 on this line. So we could kind of even things out to make sure we don't have to get an overload. What else do we have? We got, let's check the room overlays. This looks good. We got our medical bay, we got a bathroom, a couple bedrooms, massage room, great hall. That looks good. Rooms look good. What do we have up here? Got a cool slush geyser. That's nice. Got a lot of digging orders going on. I'm gonna cancel some of the dig orders because I want them to concentrate on certain things without getting too carried away. Okay, how much coal do we have? 18 tons of coal, that's good. Algae is running a little low, but got a mop order there. Let's get rid of that. Actually, what priority is this? Okay, so let's just start things up here. I'm gonna play slow speed. Now, when he sent me the file, he was at the fastest speed, which could cause some problems. We got a morb in the base. That's never good. Let's get rid of him. Mr. Morb. I mean, he's free oxygen, but he also gives off slime lung. So we will get rid of him. I notice we have showers, and showers are good, but this is how much water we have left. Without tapping into this, which is molten hot. And there's a lot of build orders here that might result in dupe death. So I'm gonna take out some of these build orders. We'll do this later. We got coal and algae down there, which is nice, and we might get that later, but this isn't super high priority at the moment. We got pinch peppers going in, but we don't have enough seeds yet. That's fine. Now we're doing bristle blossom, but we don't have any water, so I think we're gonna switch over to mushrooms, because I see we got some mushrooms here. Maybe some mealwood and some mushrooms. So we're gonna uproot all these, even though some of them are partially grown, until we get the water situation under control. Bristle blossoms are good for mid game, but early game not so great because you don't have a lot of cool water to feed them. So better to preserve your water and do mealwood and mushrooms, because mushrooms will eat up your slime. So we'll do that. Let's make that priority 8, just to get those out of there. We do have a good reserve of food, so that's not going to be an emergency. Let's check our smart battery automation here. That's not working. The way this is set up right now, the coal generator will just run forever. So we got to set this something like here, so that it only turns on when there's a need for it, when the battery charge falls below a certain level. And we'll put the battery recharge threshold at 100%. I'll also do this at a higher priority. I usually do my power generators at a higher priority just so they get that done. So the bathroom issue. It looks like we were about to take out this outhouse. This lavatory needs repairs. I'm not quite sure what's up with that, so let's just get that done. We'll take the outhouse out and put a regular bathroom in because the plumbing is already there. Now it looks like we have an infinite loop kind of thing going on with the bathrooms, which is nice to see. It's going out here. Any overflow goes in this tank. I have a feeling when they upgrade these tiles here, it's going to burst, so I'm going to stop that from happening. I'm going to turn the showers off because we don't have much water at the moment. It's a luxury. So I'm going to turn them all off. Make sure that gets done right away. So, Morb, we got to make sure this Morb gets attacked. Let's cancel that order and do it this way instead. We'll do attack, priority 9. Get him out of the way. Let's put that lavatory in. Plumbing. I'll do gold. Actually, copper's fine for here. It's not going to get too hot. Priority 5. We'll do it at priority 6 just so it gets done. Now, oxygen is the big issue, so we need to get another algae deoxidizer in here. We only have one right now. Somewhere in here. Where is it? Right here. Kind of at the bottom. So I'm going to put one up in this corner here. Up by the bedrooms where they sleep at night. I'll do that at a copper's fine. We'll do that priority 9. Because the oxygen situation is pretty dire. And let's do some power along here. Now this power circuit's not too busy, so I'm going to use it instead. We'll do these wires at a pretty high priority. I'll do 8. That way we should get more oxygen going. This is good that we got an airlock. We're pressurizing the base. That looks good. This coal, how's this? This is set up correctly. The other one wasn't though. I'm not sure what's up with that. Let's do that at 100. Speed things up slightly. No one wants to kill this Morb. Let's just make sure everyone can kill the Morb. Combat, yeah. Let's do combat very high. There we go. Oh, I just realized in the priorities, we got a lot of custom high priority things. Mainly on the dupes that are good at things. So that kind of makes sense. Got cook, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Art's good. We got a few dedicated artists. We don't need that many though, so we'll take this person off. We got one good one, so that's probably good enough. Operate. That looks good. We might go back to that, revisit that. We got a dead end bathroom, that's good, so they can only get out this way. Good sink to toilet ratio. Bristle blossoms are coming out, so I'm going to put mealwood in there instead. Priority 7. And we'll put mushrooms in here, if we have any mushroom seeds. We don't, so we're going to go down here. Grab this mushroom, grab this mushroom. Now, usually I don't dig up wild food, but I want some mushroom seeds so we can get the mushroom food garden going. Now, we don't need lights here anymore, so I'm going to get rid of them. And I'm going to seal up this area. We got airlocks here, so we'll just... don't want to lock them. We'll just do auto. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out... So they don't go in there. Actually, we can just close them for now. That way the CO2 will collect in there. Otherwise, some oxygen could potentially get in there. Okay, algae deoxidizer's in there. That's good. Make it high priority. Get some algae in there. And I'll do somewhat high priority dig here. So we get a little bit of that algae out. That's that for now. We got someone running well. We got coal. That's not too bad. Stress is coming down. Oxygen is starting to come in. Let's get some ventilation in here. So that's another issue. We'll do these priority 8. Get some ventilation down along here. Ventilation here is good. There's no ventilation here at all, so we'll go every 4 tiles. Now I don't want to mess up their base too much, because they got their own style and their own way of doing things. I'm just trying to do a little bit of triage to make sure, you know, get rid of the CO2 problem. That's the main one. Okay, now that this is done, let's copy these settings so we get more mealwood in here. Mealwood will last a long time. There's a lot of just kind of starting dirt for mealwood. Oh, these aren't even regular doors. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this and this and put a ladder down here. And then I'm going to take out those doors and we're going to seal this up. Deconstruct. So yeah, I am changing things around a little bit, but I don't think he planned to have mushrooms in here before. Now I don't think you can give fertilizer to mushrooms, so I might take those out, but for now we'll just seal this. Seal this side, and then once the ladder's built, we'll seal this up. So how's our water? 22 degrees. We've got a little bit of it. We've got sweet waters all over the place, which is fine, but we want to make sure they're doing the right stuff. Oh, we got some sand that fell down. Let's get that out of there. Okay, look at that fresh oxygen flowing in. That's good. Do we have a compost for this? Got a compost up in the bathroom. That one might be able to handle everything from here. We got a lot of sweep borders here. Now I usually just do the sweeping just in the core base, just to keep the decor high. Decor in here is not terrible, not too bad. Let's go full speed. I'm going to take out a massage table. Massage tables, really, you shouldn't be using them unless you absolutely need to. Through decor and whatnot, you should be able to keep the dupes happy enough. Now, oxygen is kind of high enough now that they can actually sleep through the night, which is good. Without waking up and running out of air. These storage containers, we have kind of miscellaneous everything. Now this is kind of an issue as well. They're at priority 6. So we're going to set those to priority 5. And we're going to make them sweep only. The reason for that is that otherwise they're going to spend all their time, if they're priority 6, running around and collecting everything from everywhere. Like they would go up here and try to store that away. I'm going to do a low priority ladder down here so we can get in here and mop this up without it dripping down. I also have a bit of water. Have a bit of water in here. We've got. It's getting a little bit warm here. Let's check the job menu. Okay, we got some tier 3 jobs. Morale expectations of 8. That's not too bad. We got 1. Let's check our vitals here. We got morale generally higher than expectations, which is good, except for a couple people. So we'll have to get that morale up in some way. Decor should help. Okay, we got our 3rd bathroom in, that's good. And we're into an ice biome down here, so that's good. We got a lot of dig orders. Let's, this is all free food in here, so we're going to make sure everything is set to harvest, which it's not. Because this is just free free delicious food. And we're gonna go up here and get some wheezeworts as well. Let's get this wheezewort out of here. Yeah, we'll get a few wheezeworts in the base. Help cool things down. And we'll get over to all this other stuff. So I wouldn't go this way. And I wouldn't dig up any of that sleet wheat. We'll go... We'll get some snow in the way there. We could go up and around instead. So let's do this. Do some ladders so they don't get stuck. And kind of work our way over this way so we can get all this free food as well. This snow is going to cave in. It looks like there might be some hot biome over there. I'm not quite sure. Now they're going to get cold in here. So we're going to mop up any kind of miscellaneous water. I'm going to get them going down here too. Got free food all over the place, so we'll grab that. My ladders are kind of all over the place. We'll get down there though. Get some more wheezeworts. 2 in a row here. We don't need that, so we'll grab that one. And let's put a wheezewort right here to keep this area cool. We have a new dupe. Now I'm going to turn this off. Disable. Priority 9. Because we don't want any more dupes. We got 14. Actually, that's a lot of dupes. I usually don't take on that many dupes until everything is kind of running smoothly. 8 is usually kind of what I stick with. Okay, we got some airflow issues over here. So all the air is kind of getting trapped in here. It can't really flow down here very easily. Let's plant some mushrooms. We got 2 fungal spores now. We can do that. And I'm going to copy the settings all the way across here. And all the way across here. Oh, I just realized we got airflow at the bottom, so we got to seal that so the CO2 stays in. Priority 9. And I'm pretty sure mushrooms don't work. So we're going to take these out. Yeah, we got CO2 kind of getting stuck in here. Now once the oxygen pressure gets high enough, it'll push that CO2 down. Oh, we don't have any airflow in here. Okay, another problem. Airflow. We'll put some on the edges too. Get some more algae. Now there's so much algae on the map. Well, it didn't work. Oh yeah, it did. There's so much algae on the map, and there's so much slime on the map that can be turned into algae. So it'll last hundreds, maybe even 500 cycles. Oh, we got a power outage. Okay. Coal has run out. Let's make this priority 9. I don't recommend using priority 9. I do have a lot of priority 8 stuff here, so... Actually, it's not priority 8. That is... Oh, and we're making mush bars. That's not good. We got lots of food. Never make mush bars unless you have an emergency. And I usually put food a little bit higher just so it actually gets made. We'll make this container sweep only. What are these containers? Organic. Oh, this is for algae. Okay, that's fine. Same with that one. Okay, we need some airflow here. CO2's getting stuck. It's okay if it gets stuck in this room. These exosuit ducts, I'm gonna get rid of them. We're not even close to a point where we can where we can use exosuits. Let's get all this free food out of here. How much slime do we have? 2,000 kilograms. How are germs? I haven't even looked at germs yet. Oh, pretty good. Nice. Now this circuit. We got tiny batteries. Not good. We've got way too much on this circuit. This exosuit forge, I'm gonna get rid of it. Don't need it yet. These apothecary. Oh, we got some immunity issues already. Probably from hitting the slime a little bit. That's Catalina. Let's make sure she's not in dire trouble. Germs. Oh, she's got a lot of slime lung in her. Wow. How did she get that much slime lung in her? That's kind of strange. Where was she breathing slime lung? There's no slime lung around here. Strange. Maybe from digging up that little bit of slime? That seems a little bit crazy. Oh, cancel that. We don't want to get rid of that. Get this wheezewort though. Now they're spending a lot of time going up and down. Oh, we got an algae terrarium. Let's get rid of that. These kind of not good to use. Not at all. If you want to get rid of CO2, use a CO2 scrubber. Or just dig a big hole for it to go in. Now, if you want to cool down... Oh, if you want to get some cool water, a nice little trick. Or suffocating. Oh, they really want to go down here. Why such high priority? Quite sure. What are they doing? What are they getting? They're picking up ice. Where are they taking the ice? Oh, they're putting it down in here. Oh, okay. We got a priority 8 ice container in the bottom. Okay, that's what they're doing. Let's make that priority 4. Don't really want that going on. That will just waste their time. But we will do some mesh tiles at the top here. Jeez. Quit going down there. Let's actually cancel that for now. Maybe I'm making things worse. Okay, since they're coming down here a lot, and we have lots of iron, I'm gonna do a fire pole here at a somewhat lower priority. That'll save them a lot of time going down there. Extend it along here. Hypothermia. That's my problem. Things are kind of running smoothly though, I think. Somewhat. The CO2 issue is better, much better. Still need more airflow. Still getting hypothermia. But we got a medical bay. They'll recover. Gotta abuse your dupes a little bit, right? used up a lot of iron actually. Okay, we have some automation on this. Let's just check, make sure that's all good. If pressure below 1200, we're gonna just go 2000 instead. We want this thing running a lot. And we have 2200 kilograms of algae left, so we're gonna have to go out and search for algae, which is not a problem. It's all good. There's a big whack of it here. Looks like he wanted to build this ceiling here, so we're gonna do that. Get some coal while we're at it, get all this algae out of there. Make a ladder down here, get that algae, go up here, get all this coal and algae and iron. And I wanted to mop this out, so let's do that. And I can't get down there, so we'll do a ladder. Oh, and the water got out anyway. So we'll have to clean that up. And I'm gonna get rid of... Actually, we don't need this out here at all. Let's get rid of that. We'll get some algae. Get some sand and algae, copper, that's all good. How's the oxygen look? Good. Whatever, medical cot should be priority 9, I think, in my opinion. So CO2 will get trapped down here, that's okay. We're not using that much water anymore, only for the Lyslope bars. We need some more mushrooms, so let's go get some mushrooms. Now don't be afraid of the slime. If you've got deodorizers, it's all good. We don't need any slime yet in these, because we have no seeds. Get this free food. Oh, we got a dupe going in here. That's not good. Too hot. We're gonna lock them out of there. Now, eventually it makes sense to go in here and get this nice water and use this for your plumbing. Probably won't get to it in this thing, but yeah, using this for bathroom water, good idea. Because it'll get recycled in the infinite loop here, and the water that comes out of the sieve will come back down to 40 degrees. Unreachable food. Oh, I'm good at killing dupes. Let him out. Might as well put the ceiling in. And we'll get this algae and coal out of here. Because we're going to need it eventually. Grab that, grab that. Now you always want to be exploring as well, because you want to find your geysers, your water geysers, your natural gas geysers. We've got a steam vent here. It's nice that he did a liquid lock here. It's cool. This is at 500 degrees, so it's a little bit hot. And it's gonna come out, its next activity is 25 cycles. And it's just a trickle of steam. So I wouldn't even use this, to be honest. I would just insulate it off with like igneous rock. Yeah, so we'll get the dupes to just seal that off. Because otherwise it's just going to get super hot. This one down here, cool steam vent, much better, 110 degrees at least, and it's a lot. Hypothermia. Okay, what are they doing in here? Grabbing algae and stuff? This is a great thing for cooling. He's really lucky that it got a cool slush geyser, because it's... Look at how much water comes out of this thing, and at -10. This thing's amazing. You're lucky if you get one of these on your map. But we don't want the dupes in there because they're gonna freeze. And we do want to mop up this because they're just going to keep getting their feet wet. It would be good to use this for cooling wherever you need it, and also after it's cooled, after you kind of warm it up by using it to cool stuff, you can then sieve it into 40-degree water. So this thing's pretty awesome. Cancel and oh, it's being analyzed, so we'll cancel that because we don't want them going in there just yet. We could drain this down into here and put a pump down there. Let's mop this up. This is more about damage control, like get the colony stable, get stress down, get oxygen up, get CO2 down. So they're getting that algae. I just want to put them in a good spot to have good reserve of coal and algae. Oh, we got people on the massage table. Let's see what these are set at. 50 to 0. I'm going to actually set this so they get off a little bit early. So 22. So still got some CO2 issues here. We got to seal up this other side, so let's do that. Priority 8. And we really need a place for the CO2 to go, and we need a good column for it to flow out. So we can take this out and put in a mesh tile here, mesh tiles here, lots of them. We want the CO2 going straight down. Now we should store our slime underwater just to keep it from giving off the nasty fumes. And we could do that. This water will eventually get used up. But instead of ice, I'm just going to put slime in here. Organic. Slime, priority 8. That way any slime they dig up, it'll go in there. And any extra will go to the mushrooms. So let's make a place for the CO2 to go, because that's going to become an issue. We need lots of airflow. So digging a pit to get rid of your CO2 is probably one of the easiest things to do. And then later on you can use the carbon skimmer, which is under here. Carbon skimmer, which requires fresh water and will give off polluted water. But for now, we're just going to give it a place to go. Because the oxygen pressure up here will build up and push the CO2 down. Because you can tell the CO2 here is only 800 grams, so it's not really high pressure. Body temperature. Oh yeah, it's getting a bit warm in here. Let's get these lights out of here. We don't need those. Priority 8 on the lights. Now I'm not doing any research, but that's okay. I just want to get everything under control here. I'm going to turn off disinfect here. Disable disinfect. Slime lung in your water is fine. It's food poisoning in your water that you got to worry about. So we still got airflow issues here. It's getting kind of trapped here. This might not be the best place for the coal generator. They're still going down here for stuff. Oh, they're building the pole still. That's fine. Now that we're getting sleet wheat, we can also make some stuff in here. So instead of bristleberry, which we can't really make anymore, we're going to make frost buns out of the sleet wheat that we collect. And we need some cooling here, so I'm going to uproot this one, and we'll put a wheezewort in there just to keep things cool. Food is going down, but once we get those mushrooms in there and growing. We need some more mushrooms. Okay, we're going to dig in here. It means going through some slime. That's not a problem. We're not afraid of the slime. What I'll do though is we'll put an airlock in. The slow airlock's fine. Priority 8, kind of right here. And then we'll put a deodorizer in there. So once we hit the stinky air, it'll start cleaning it. And then we'll take our time and we'll get over here and we'll get some mushrooms and some food out of there. This is also free oxygen right here. This is polluted oxygen that has no slime lung in it. So we could deodorize that as well. So we'll go in there and we'll get the deodorizers ready. Don't worry about running out of sand. There's so much sand on the map for these things that you'll never run out unless you go past, like, I've never ran out. I've gone to cycle 5000. And you can also use regolith in these for the filtration medium. And regolith is instant, so... Well, I forgot to look at schedules. What do we got here? We got 3 schedules. These are the same kind of, almost, but different bath times. This is kind of messed up because we have... They wake up, then they go to work, and then they go to bath time. So that's a little bit messed up. Because that'll interrupt their work, and they'll have to run back to go to the bathroom. Oops, let's open that again. So what I usually do is I just offset everything. How many schedules do we have? We have 3. That's good. Okay, well, let's clear these off first. Then we look at this one, and we offset it 2. So we'll start here, and then 3 bed blocks, and then 2 bath blocks, and then we'll offset the next one 2 over. Same kind of idea. 1, and then 2, 3 bed times, and then 2 bath times. And that should work. And if you want a little bit more morale, give them a little bit more downtime. They get 1 extra morale for each downtime. We'll give them 4 actually. It means they'll get stuff done slower, but they'll get more morale. And then we want balanced schedules, so we have 6, 4, and 4. I guess that's pretty balanced. We'll put Ren on schedule 2. We'll see how that works out. Once you make a deodorizer, make sure it's a high enough priority that they actually deliver the sand before you kind of get in here. So we're going to set that to priority 7. And we'll just dig one tile here to start. Let that thing start cleaning. And it hasn't, no one's delivered stuff. Oh, there we go. Could put an airlock there as well. But it's not slime lung, so it's just polluted oxygen. It's not so bad. And let's make this priority 7 so they get some sand in that one. Oh, I just realized these were all set to non-sweep only as well, and they've got everything in here. So we'll fix that. We'll make it sweep only, priority 5. Otherwise they're gonna go sweep up the whole entire world. And that's not good. Same with these ones. They're already full, so it doesn't really matter, but... Any others like that? Don't think so. We do have the start of a hatch farm here. We're feeding the hatches dirt. That's probably not very good. Dirt's kind of precious, so we'll give them sandstone instead. Like that. What about this one? More dirt? No, we don't want that. This one we'll do sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock will encourage them to turn into stone hatches. Okay, we got this partially blocked off. We need some ladders for them to build that, so temporarily we'll do that. And will that be reachable? Probably not. Go over one. We do have jobs mastered. I don't want to put them over here yet, so we'll just go down here. Actually, we'll do gopher first. Gossman. Oh, Gossman's already done that. Oops. Wrong dupe. Looks like they've done a lot of stuff. Actually, I'll leave the jobs. Let's just see. Marie. Let's just check, see what Hassan can do next. Gopher. Gossman can do... I'll just leave him out for now. I'm not going to concentrate on the jobs too much. It's more about getting the base CO2 issue out of the way. So we got a bit of a place for the CO2 to fall now. So we're going to make an actual, like, space for it to go now. We're getting free oxygen here. We probably want some deodorizers up top too, because I didn't put the airlock in. Now I set these mesh tiles up earlier for ice, so we can make ice blocks, and those will melt and they'll drop nice cool water into our cool water tank. And there's so much ice in here that it's worthwhile doing. Do a dig in here as well, so they can get to this one. Okay, that's what I like to see. Bright blue. A little bit weak on this side, but they're not doing a whole lot in here. We are venting oxygen out here, that's probably not good, so stick an airlock in here. We'll leave a little bit of oxygen so they can work in here, but we don't want our oxygen flying in here. And I'll get this algae. This algae. Maybe do some ladders so we can get over here. Sleeping away like babies. Oh, and this bedroom bonus is broken because we have no ceiling, so we'll have to go in here, fix that. How's temperature? Pretty warm. Pretty warm around here. But we do have this water up here we could use for amazing cooling. Could pump that out of there, do like a radiator to the base if we needed to. Surprisingly hot here. These batteries, I'm gonna move. We don't like tiny batteries either, so I'm gonna use the good batteries. And we only really need, we don't need any of these batteries. We already have a smart battery. We'll get rid of those, they're just making heat. We'll disable this generator. Don't want anyone running on the wheel. And now we have 1.56 kilowatts. We have to bring the power down. Apothecary. Oh, look at this. We got placebos. We don't need those. Let's disable that. You should never have to use this thing if you're careful. Wow, they're really disinfecting this ladder. Okay, another thing I like to do is turn disinfect off. I know that sounds crazy, but then they don't waste so much time disinfecting everything. You should probably have a hand washing station going in and out of the base. Let's get that water out of there. Add some more airflow right here. Okay, that's sealed. I think it's safe to go in here now. So we'll go down here. And we'll get these mushrooms. I'll leave the reed fiber just to grow naturally. But we do want to get our mushroom farm going. And we probably want to make, if we can do it, make some barbecue. We do have a little bit of pinch pepper nut. So put a second grill in. Oh, there's a power line right there. We'll use that. So these will cool and give water. We got a bit of slime lung. Maybe I'll turn one of the showers back on now. Let them wash themselves. Okay, once we get these mushrooms, we should be able to start expanding the mushroom farm. Algae's good, coal's good. Got our pinch of pepper nuts coming in. So yeah, we could do barbecue here. Barbecue. And we need to... It looks like this hatch farm was kind of partially done. I don't see any hatches around though. Do you? Have they all passed away? Oh no, there's one right here. So we will wrangle him. We want to make sure we get him kind of right away before he dies. Age 13. Oh, he's young. He'll be able to make babies. Perfect. Any other hatches running around? Don't think so. Oh, we got another ice biome up here with lots of free food. Perfect. Looks good. Now this water... We're not pumping water to there anymore. I would almost get rid of this water tank. Let's take this off. We'll disable that. We got a lot of idle dupes. Idle 10. That's actually kind of funny. Might as well do some research. What should we do next? Smelting, sure. That'll use up some water, but that's okay. I'm gonna continue this trend here. We'll do... let's use copper, we got lots of that. We'll do more tiles like this. And then we can do ice on top. We got idle dupes, so let's keep digging. Digging this out. Just to give it place for the CO2 to go. And I'm going to put a sink here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this ladder here. Cut off that ladder and then force them to come through here. And that way we can put a sink in there. I'm not going to use the fancy sink, just the water basin for now. Don't want to do all the piping. And we probably got slime lung in there. Yeah. Okay, we got the mushrooms, so we got more mushrooms growing. That's good. We got mealwood going. Open this door. Now, did we get our room bonus up here? Yep, that's good. I'm not quite sure what was going on here. Polluted dirt. We don't actually want to store that. But underwater is a good place for it. Our compost, we'll make that priority 7. Get that polluted dirt out of there. So I'm not sure what the idea was with this little tank here. Maybe it was just to store stuff underwater, I'm not quite sure. Maybe for any mop-up water. Because that seems fine for now. We got a lot of heat pouring in from the right here. So, I would probably do some insulated tiles to keep that out. Just gotta think how I would actually do that. Got this hallway here. I mean, you could do it along here. Not quite sure what I would do there. It is going to leak in though, so insulated igneous rock is pretty good for that. Do I really need to do it there though? Probably not actually. This is insulated, so it's not actually going to get in there too badly. Along here though might be wise to do it. A little hydrogen might get out if you do this, but the hydrogen getting out's not a big problem. Actually, let's just dig this out and get that meat and stuff. The hydrogen will end up way up here, which is fine. Oh, I just realized this is completely open now. That's kind of funny. That's my fault, I think. Let's seal that up. We don't have any fire poles in the base, so I would add at least one. Because that's going to speed them up, going to increase their efficiency a lot. And I think we got some water down here trapped in the airflow tile. Seal this breach now and try to keep the heat away. So yeah, by disabling this pump, they're going to use this one a lot, but it's almost better just to pump it out of there. And stick it over here. And then open this whole area up, because it's just, all that CO2 is getting trapped in there. So let's do a pump from here. We'll take this out after, this is temporary. This is just to get that water out of there. Yeah, so we'll pump that out. We'll make this a regular room again, and then the air can just, the CO2 can fall down. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have opened this room. Now we got hydrogen all over the place, but that's okay. It'll make its way up. Enable this again, get rid of this. But I still have to seal this breach. I'm just venting oxygen out into the out into the atmosphere. It's not good. And we have enough power on this line to properly power this door, so it's better to have this door be fast, because then we won't be losing as much oxygen. Okay, is that pump ready? Almost. So once the water's out of there, we'll mop up the remaining bits. It's okay if CO2 gets stuck in here. We want it to get stuck in here for the mushrooms. And since they're idle, we'll dig out some more space for the CO2 to go. Just keep doing the research. Actually, I'm gonna dig Gonna do some airflow along here. Just let that all sink to the bottom. Good, they're washing their hands. That's good. Reducing germs. We could actually use a couple of these probably. Keep them nice and clean. Not quite sure why I did an airflow tile there. I think that was a mistake. I would continue on into here because this is all delicious free food. In fact, we can get into here. This is starting to melt in here. Someone's trapped. Oh, look what I've done. Oh, they're stuck because they can't get to the water. Free yourself. Okay, stress is 0, immunity is 100, calories are good. This is what I like to see. Oxygen is much better. And we should have the food kind of multiplying. We'll get seeds out of these eventually. We could also go hunt for some more seeds, but we got all this free sleet wheat, so I would just head in here. Get all that free sleet wheat. It's slow growing, but there's so much of it, you can just use it to your advantage. Grab these. Head over this way. See what we have over this way. More free food. Oh, I think we got a nullifier down here. That would be my guess. Yeah, looks like it. Oh yeah, looks good. Oh, there's the bug there. Digging 0 snow. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap things up here. Oh, they're all like freaking out from the CO2 pathing. Suffocating. To help them breathe in here, you can put a deoxidizer in here. Just to oxygenate the area. Or I could poke a hole in here. Get a little bit of that oxygen. So yeah, free food. I would open up all these cavities so they can get to the free food. I would also do the same thing up top here, because this is all free food. I would probably put an algae deoxidizer in here just to oxygenate the area so they can breathe when they come in here. We'll stop that for now because they're freaking out. So that kind of, the base is kind of stable now. I guess my next project would be algae deoxidizer in here, maybe down at the bottom so they can have a little bit of breathing room. There's a little bit there, but better to produce some in here. So get that free food. Continue to dig slime. The mushrooms will multiply, so your food, this amount of food will keep 14 dupes maybe fed for a long time. Continue to do ice blocks for free cold water. This pump, is this disabled? Oh yeah, there's a little switch here. Get that turned on. There we go. I would drain this tank so we can get all that CO2 falling down. These will multiply, so we'll have some pinch of pepper nut for the barbecue, and we could actually make pepper bread instead of frost buns, because it just requires pinch of pepper nut and sleet wheat. Oh, so we need mushrooms, fried mushrooms. So that's the other thing I would put in. I will put another grill in. Hook that up. Now I'm gonna hook this up to the other power circuit and chop this one off here. I probably did that a bit prematurely. Yeah, it's done. Finish the power line. And then I do mushrooms, fried mushrooms here. That'll give you 400 more calories per mushroom. Do that continuous priority 7. Continue to promote them through the jobs, making sure that you don't... Where is he taking that water? Oh, for the ice loaf. That's fine. Yeah, go keep promoting through the jobs, but make sure the morale is high enough for them. Some free coal here. I'll just strip that, mine that out of there. Oh, there's a mushroom here. Get those for sure. Set this to be harvested. Open up the airflow here. Oh, not there. We want them to be able to get out. Now eventually the CO2 will build up down here. And it'll have to be dealt with. Now you might want to not want to be scared of going in here, because there's like, look at all this nasty oxygen. But it's pretty amazing how resilient the dupes are. So what I would do is just do an airlock. Preemptively put some deodorizers in. Maybe a couple. Make sure they're loaded with sand, and then pop this open. And deodorizers will just clean all this into pure oxygen, and then the slime lung will just die. Maybe put some extra deodorizers just in case. This water cooler, we can turn it off. It'll still work for the bonus, but it won't waste water. It's still a great haul, but it'll save them wasting water. And if you keep building ice sculptures like this, you could do multiple floors of them as well, so we could do something like this. Use copper. Because I'll go from this side. There we go. Free water. And the ice will last a long time. Let's just see how much ice we have. Liquefiable. We have 21 tons of ice. Tiny amount of snow. But that's just what's dug up. There's like all this other stuff sitting in here. In fact, I'll probably go up in here. Get this food and let them breathe up in here. get over here, get that free food. And you want to leave some wheezeworts in your ice biome just so it stays cool, but there's a lot of them in here. Look at this. You out of there. Oh, I don't like when the game doesn't work. Pathfinding is so messed up. They can't decide where to go, so we will tell them where to go. Very confused. Oh, there's a geyser here. Something's in here. You can notice everything's melting in here. That's because the abyssalite layer is broken right here. So all the heat from here is leaching into here, which is not good. So eventually you'd want to get in here and put some insulated tile to seal this up, to keep the ice biome iced. Come on, you guys. Okay, we'll keep them out of there. Yeah, so I probably put a algae deoxidizer down there so they can breathe. Because that would probably drive a person insane. And I think that's probably going to be it. We've got the oxygen under control. This water, this pump can come out. Can mop that water out of there. And deconstruct this floor. Put in some airflow. So they can actually get that CO2 out of there. Probably build a bigger hatch room for these guys. They can be up to 96 tiles, and this is pretty tiny. The fridges are down in the CO2, so that's good. What priority are they? Forgot to check. I like to put my fridges a higher priority, but personal preference. Now these are too cold, probably. Veggie peppers. Get rid of this switch, get rid of this automation, don't need it. Leave that pipe in case we need it in the future, but... And then take out this floor so that the air can actually get out. Continue the research. Okay. So just one water tank's probably enough. But I will wrap things up here because things are looking much better, in my opinion. In my opinion. Might want to put a CO2 scrubber down here. We could even use the water then from in here and get an infinite loop going with a sieve. I'll just rough it out. So carbon skimmer, gold because they can run pretty hot, and then a sieve. Refinement. Flip it around, make it out of gold. So initially get the water out of here. It's pretty hot. It's too hot for them to go in here, actually. Could even use another algae deoxidizer. That's airlocked. That's all airlocked. This is not airlocked, so we're losing air out this way. Yeah, this is kind of... everything is getting out here. I would just get rid of this door, actually, and seal it up properly. Hopefully the hatch doesn't escape, but we can always get him back. What priority did I do those? 7? Okay, that door is gone. Let's seal that up. And the hatch is gonna get out, maybe. And we'll stick a tile right here. So that's sealed. We won't be... oh, we actually need an airlock here. Yeah, so that's sealed, so we won't be venting oxygen out into this void here. So here we go. We do clean water into the scrubber, and then polluted water comes out, goes into the sieve, and then the clean water that comes back out can form a loop, and this thing can just kind of run forever. All you need to add is sand and power, and then that'll suck up all the CO2. As long as your oxygen pressure is high enough, and it's actually a little bit low. Might actually add a third oxidizer. Up around here. Probably you want to use this power line. This episode's going way longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry. There we go. Oh, interesting that they're hanging out in here. Very strange. Yeah, so keep exploring. Don't be scared to like go in here, for instance. This is just hydrogen. If it leaks out, it'll just end up at the top. So you could do something like this. They'll be able to walk down here. Chlorine's a little different story. You might want to leave it alone for a while. Then just head across. See what we have over here. Just explore in every direction, wherever it's safe. And if you have to dig through slime, just do like this. Just do an airlock. Get some deodorizers ready to go. Sand. These ones have sand. And then just go at her. Take your time. Make sure you don't get too much slime lung in the air. There's quite a bit in the air here. But it'll get cleaned and then you'll get all this free oxygen. And once you open it up, you might want to lock the door for a while, let it clean up, and then let them in periodically. And just keep an eye on their immune systems. Oh, they're making a mess. Did I mess up the bathrooms? I have. Somehow, I completely broke all that system. This was supposed to be a fix-it video, and I broke it. Okay. Where did all the extra... I think it all went out the I'm not even sure what happened there. Very strange. Okay. Was it grabbing extra water from here before? I don't think so. This is kind of messed up. I don't know why he has this shut off here. It's not really necessary. Well, these should work. Laboratory ready. Prioritize here. Some goes in there. Oh, that's the out. And the in. Oh, that's all messed up. This would be dirty water coming down here. Where is this going? Oh, that's going there. Oh, I think the pitch pepper nuts used it all up. Oh, that is bad. That is bad, bad, bad. Gotta get rid of this pipe here. Because we're losing polluted water. And let's disable these temporarily so that they use the ones in the medical bay. Wow, I really royally messed things up for him and myself. Probably getting pee everywhere as well. Yep. This is why I don't use infinite loops for the bathrooms anymore. They're fine actually, but I kind of prefer to do things a little bit differently. It would have been fine if we weren't leaking polluted water here, because that's what gobbled it all up. We might need to add some more fresh water to the system, but we probably shouldn't have to, because yeah, that'll get filtered. That'll fill up eventually. That gets that way. Let's turn the shower off. That'll fill up eventually. And they do have one good bathroom for now, and because the schedules are split up, this system should refill with fresh water, because the laboratories give off more polluted water than fresh water that they use up. So this will fill itself back up. But we have to find a different source of polluted water for these. And we could use this. Or we could use the carbon skimmer polluted water. That actually would work pretty nicely. But I'm going to leave things here. My main objective was fix the oxygen problem. Check. Fix the CO2 problem. It's better. But once the carbon skimmer's in, this will be much better. And I don't want this episode to be like 2 hours long, so I'm going to finish up here. I'm not going to continue on. This is more like a what to do to fix the base kind of idea. And I think I did it. So let me know if you have a base you want me to look at. Give you suggestions on. This was more of a triage thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.